Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over a coin called Optimism for you right here. And some people are looking for an entry into this. I'm going to go over this coin, let you guys know that it's a pretty bullish coin, obviously. It could be in a very, very bullish setup and sequence for potentially a lot more massive gains. The other thing is, too, I think a lot of what's going on with Optimism, and I think it's kind of like some of the other assets also, too. What I mean by that is that the retail, your regular retail investors in crypto and even in the traditional financial markets, the markets right now, Bitcoin, Ethereum, even the traditional financial markets guys are at a point where people don't know if it's going to go bullish or if it's going to go bearish. It's really at a kind of like a big question. However, I've been noticing a lot of them talking about optimism. What are you going to go into? I was thinking about optimism. And here's the thing with optimism, in my opinion. If that does happen and these markets, say Bitcoin does a correction and it goes bullish and it blasts up past 25K, 28K or something like that, you imagine what's going to happen with this asset? It's going to have a FOMO wave, probably up to $8 or $10, guys, something like that, possibly. So just to get an estimate on it. However, let me go over some other markets here. Look at BNB, guys. On BNB's wave, it's come over into my price target area. It can come back down here to 269. It's at 286, 269 for this flat move that I think that it made. So this is a good signal for Binance coin, guys. And I'm looking at the other thing too I'm keeping track of is this 8-hour RSI coming down in oversold territory. Also the 12-hour RSI. And I'm looking at that on the daily. It's getting down, taking down that whole second wave, getting a massive amount of hidden bullish divergence on that asset. Same thing. I'm checking, keeping track of Bitcoin. It's doing similar type things. 8-hour chart. You can check that out. It's coming down in this area, potentially making some bullish divergence right here. But at this point here, with this oversold territory on this wave pattern, Bitcoin is making a massive amount of hidden bullish divergence. With a really good signal, it's going to go up again, guys. Same thing with Ethereum. I'm looking at that. Checking out the DXY is making a goofy pattern, guys. So you keep track of this one too, because it did spike up beyond those waves and you got hidden bearish divergence. So still haven't ruled out that if it did a flat there in that area. I made a previous videos talking about that. The VIX, I'm still checking this one out. Everybody thinks it's in a new trend, and it very well could be. I'm still thinking, I'm looking at this as a flat move that it made. Spike down to a fifth wave. This all matters for Bitcoin and the traditional Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. So bear with me, guys. I'll go over optimism. And then the USDT dominance chart is coming up in oversold territory on the 8-hour chart and also in the 12-hour chart, right into my box area. And when I'm looking for, higher this gets, the better. In my opinion, the higher this gets, the better in this 12-hour chart. And you have a massive amount of hidden bearish divergence, which means what? Somewhere in this area, this could do a pretty good trek now, making that fifth wave. So what does that mean? Bitcoin can go up and do another wave, guys. So that's what I am checking out, looking at all the charts. Everything's going on. Let's go down here, traditional financial markets, take a glance at them. Looking at these, you have the Dow Jones is really struggling to break out of that triangle, guys. If that busts out and retests, the Dow Jones can go up. You want to be careful that this is either the ultimate short setup or the ultimate short squeeze right there in that area, guys. I'd be careful with it. The S&P 500, I'll put on candles here. I'm looking at it too, guys. It just, so many people are bearish on this right now, man. And, it's definitely open for debate, guys. But if this is going to drop pretty significantly, that negates the whole plan of what's going on in the cryptocurrency market. So keep your eye on these markets and everything that I just went over with you on those assets. Okay, guys. So here's the deal with it. I had this in wave pattern. And I think you got a good shot if you want to get an entry into Optimism. It is coming up potentially here in this area with this asset. I'm looking at it, and It's probably coming down into a 5-wave move. It moved off this. So it's doing a correction here. It's got a 5-wave swing, and it's probably not done. It's got a little ways to go. So it could be coming up, here's your 5-wave, might swing back up into a 3-wave, and it might come back down into a 5-wave swing and get itself down here to that $1.90-ish, 60-ish, $2 area, guys, for Optimism. And just looking at the corrections, those would be the areas right there. The bottom of those waves would be my target on those. $2 basically, guys. Okay, $2 on that. But the swing that it's doing is looking really nice too. Just going over the 8-hour RSI. I'll show you guys something real quick here. Okay, let me go back to an 8-hour chart. It's taken out the divergence on this whole wave. You can see that, guys. Pretty good signal. Pretty good signal. So if that's a 5-wave move, it's going to do a 3 and then a 5. That's what you want to check for, your 3-wave swing, just like so, guys. That's what you want to check for over here. A, B, and then down for a C. Maybe as low as $1.60, and that could be an entry into the wave pattern that this is in. So on a daily chart, you could break this down, is that you have a potential that over here, it has a wave 1, 2, and then over here's 1, 2, and this is the 3rd, 4th, and this is a 5th. And you have a shot of this asset. This is the 3rd wave. You see how high this is already above that wave. So this sequence, this is some sort of 3rd wave, probably of this wave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, up for a 5, another massive correction, and then up for this 5 over here, guys. That's what I'd be checking out. So you could be sitting in that area for a little while until it gets that wave off, guys. I just want to let you know that. And then you can't rule out this either. You cannot rule out that this is performing some sort of corrective move and it's going to whiz up. That's why I have these charts on here. This fib target for this A, okay, here's the B. It swung down 3-wave swing, and then it might whiz up to, say, somewhere between $6 to $9 on a C wave. Okay. Either way, if it performs that would be the exit. That would be the exit. And if Bitcoin is able to do, say, going over Bitcoin, and it's able to rip off these waves over here, guys, Bitcoin finishes up its correction. Let's go into an 8-hour chart. Bitcoin finishes up its correction in this area, back down to here, and it rips off a wave. Well, with Optimism, it might spike up, come back down, and this wave could be the FOMO wave that most of those other ones that are waiting for confirmation that it goes bullish. Bitcoin goes above 25K. This looks pretty good. They'll enter into this, and you probably have a pretty decent wave over there, guys, in my opinion. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you'll have a good exit signal on the daily down here too, because if it just goes like right there after a 5-wave swing, you'll have your bearish divergence giving you an exit signal, okay? And most likely going into a massive 4th wave like this one. I'll show you. Like this one here from, what was this, August of 22 to October 22. You have a 4th wave over here like this, okay? So your whole swing pattern would be like this, guys, potentially, if it's not an ABC. Your 3 and then a massive 4 and then swing up onto them, possibly another 5, like so. Potentially with this coin. Let me put it on a little higher swing pattern for you, and I'll show you potentially like that. So that would be your 3rd wave, potentially this area, $6, something like that. And then that 4th wave is going to be probably more sideways, since that was deep, and then it'll swing up into that 5th wave. Price targets, I don't know about that yet, guys. I just got general areas right over here. But otherwise, it looks pretty decent. It looks really decent. I just think this wave right here could be a pretty strong wave, guys. This wave was already pretty strong. It's been strong throughout the whole thing. You just getting it over here, you've done really, really well. But there could be a really good one right here, guys. A pretty good swing. Pretty good swing, in my opinion. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor. Drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Peace.